Hello everybody, Justin here, developer of Race Data 1. A quick tutorial on what Race Data 1 is, how to use it, and how to use its features. So first thing we're going to do is once you get it and you download it here from our racedata1.us site, you're going to install it. You get an icon there. Once you fire it up, you're going to need that Gumroad license that you got with the purchase, and you take that license and we're going to put it right in here. Now you're going to have the internet there to verify the license. It needs the internet to verify the license, and you can see here that it's now our app is opened up, and I have some data already in here, some data that I've done from testing and some mock data that I put in here. So this is the screen that you're going to get, and there won't be any data here when you open it up. It'll be empty. There won't be any tracks or anything here set up. As you can see, I have some testing done here. So first thing you're going to want to do is we're going to go over some of the parts here. So this is where we add the files, add your data and sensor files. And you can see they pop right up in the preview pane. And you can add as many as you want. And these files that are in the preview pane, these are the files that are going to get checked by Grok when we do the analyzing. So if you've got, track data, telemetry data, matched with engine RPM data and sensor data, throw that all up in here so that Grok gets a big picture of, Grok the engineer gets a big picture of what your car is doing, your vehicle is doing during that race or that track time. And so here we have track. So we're going to put whatever track we're in here. We're going to be at Justin's Oval. Okay, and that's an oval track. And we're going to set the track there. And here we're going to say the weather in Justin's Oval. It's pretty warm there today. We're going to say it was 85. Track temperature was 110. Humidity, not too bad. Let's say the wind was out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. And it was a sunny day. But the track is a little green. So it's a little green because asphalt, don't look at my typing, I can't spell it, asphalt, is this how you spell it? P-H-A-S-P-H-A-L-T, asphalt, redone on turn 3. Okay, and then we're just going to hit that. Now, that saved track data with the weather, those go hand in hand. So you can see down here at saved tracks. Now I have that saved Justin's Oval. We're going to push down. I have Justin's Oval right here now. And because it's highlighted like that, that's the track that's going to be used in the data here. So Justin's Oval will be used with this data up on the screen. Now this is just crappy mock data. It has nothing to do with anything, and you'll see it was created, but you'll see that Grok will kind of balk at it. And so now we have our data in here. We have our track set up with our weather, and we can see that our saved tracks now with our weather is in here, all our weather data, and it's highlighted. So that's the track that we're going to use. And we have our data up here. And so now we look over to here to our chat window, and we have specific chat agents. Now we have an Aero guy, a shot guy. Now I just put these in here. These are the prompts that are actually sent off. So these can be customized. Right now they're general prompts that could be used by any team, but they can be customized. So after you purchase this, I'm only allowing it to 10 teams right now to manage the support and the app since it's brand new. And what you guys will be able to do is, for a little bit more money, you can have this customized to your team. So you can have it customized to your race engineer, his position, customized to the shot guy, customized to an aero guy, customized to the tuner, to the sensor guy. So we can customize this in the future for you. Right now, it's for everybody, so it's very general. But just contact me after you get the app, and we can adjust this how for your team, and what your team does. Right now, this just works for everybody, so we're going to choose the general tab. And we have a couple options here. We can ask Grok a question about specific data, or we can have them analyze all the data. So right now, we're just going to let it fly. We're going to say analyze the data. And, so my XAPI key there, I started without telling you guys how to put the XAPI key in here. So, if you get an error like this is the error from the key is not in here. So when we put our XAPI key in here, you can get that. I can help you get it through the XAI console and stuff. I can also help you manage keys. We could talk about that as well for these first few teams about helping manage the key setup and everything, so you guys are taken care of from the beginning and you don't have to worry about this kind of setup. If you're interested in a dedicated laptop, we can do that as well. I can set up a dedicated laptop for you. This laptop will have the brain and everything included in it, so the laptop will be like your setup now, so you'll be able to go connect it to your Wi-Fi network and start using this just like I'm using it on a laptop right now. So we're back here. We're just going to hit the analyze button again. So Grok knows now to analyze all this data, and you're going to see that he's going to pull out the tools and everything, and he's looking at all this data and he's crunching it, and he's got the track information in there as well, and he's got the weather data too. And so he's taking all this thinking, he's taking all this information into account right now. And Grok is being your general engineer, as we could see up here. If we change these prompts to specialized for your team, then these responses become more tailored to your team as well. So right now, this was made and price point for everybody. I'm an old bracket racer, and so I would have loved to have this when I had all my Holley EFI stuff with all my sensors and all my, I didn't have shock sensors and stuff like that, but a lot of those racing guys, doing that no limit stuff have shock sensors and all that sensor and data that can, be compiled here as well. So same thing with F1, with IndyCar, you name it. So, and there's a lot of data going off. So the thinking, it takes a minute. And I gave them both BS data. And so, you can see here now, it come up with a full report here about the data, which is, we're not going to read it to you, but I'll show you the basics here. That's our setup right here. So he says analyzing all the data that it analyzed. You can see all the tools that it used right here to analyze that data. It used a lot of tools, and then it comes up with a report. A little detailed report on what it found, because this is crap data. It found a crap, it's a crappy report, but this is just used for testing purposes to show you guys how it works. So when we're done looking at this, we can actually save the PDF data here. So Justin's Oval, we can save it. And then we can analyze it down here in reports. So in our toolbox here, we have reports. Now that report was saved in our toolbox to, here's our check top, here's our open. So this is Justin's Oval here. You can see all our tracks are being saved here. And we can look at all the different ones. But the newest track is at the top. Justin's Oval. So we'll open that up, and you can see now, you can see the whole PDF. You can read all the recommendations. You can see down here in the conclusion where it says no checks. There's a wrong circuit import. You can see he pinpointed everything out. So that, once again, this was just mock data that I put in here for this video. You're going to put in real data, so it's going to be able to analyze your real data. And then you're going to be able to send this off, use it. Now, you can also put in, this takes PDF reports as well. So if you have new sensors or new something with the instructions, and now you kind of understand a little bit more, you can load it up here in a PDF and then just have Grok chat about it. Okay, so I don't have a PDF up here, but we're just going to pull this data up here and say, tell me about this data. And that's pretty generic. I mean, you guys as racers or tuners or, engineers, you're going to have better questions for Grok probably on more specific stuff than I have. So you'll be able to ask it more specific questions, but this is, asking them a specific question now, not just analyzing the data. Now we're actually asking them a specific question about that data piece. And it's going to come back here and explain again, what it looked at, what tool it used, or what tools it used to look at the data, the track, the weather, all that stuff, and then come off with a report. And once again, we can save this report, and we're going to save it, like sensor recommendation. Oh, I can't spell. I can type, but I can't spell. Sensor info. And then we want to label it properly. Sensor info, save as the PDF. That's it. Now we look down here and we have our sensor info. We can open this up. We can read it in a little bit better window. We could save it. We could send it off to a technician. Whatever you want to do. But now we analyze this data and it came back with the story beat by beat. Look at that. It tells you a whole story on how that lapse went. So there it is, race data 1. Oh, one more thing. If we need a new chat, we can just clear the chat up there, bring this in, and then we'll say, tell me about this doc. And that's it. Pretty simple. That's just the chat function, new chat, and so that's it for how Race Data 1 works right now. And so this is part of a larger ecosystem we're building here. This is Race Data 1. This is where you're going to use to analyze data using Grok. Now, Race Data Learn will be coming out soon, and that will be in the near future. That will be able to start taking your drivers and technician notes and then turning them into data sets. And we'll be able to fine-tune a small model, AI model on your machine. Or I would recommend that we also have an offer that we're working on for a dedicated laptop that could go into the pits and everything, a durable one that has plenty of memory for the brain and everything. That way, this dedicated laptop machine running Windows would be your brain. It's going to be your team's brain. And in the future, chat will be here with Grok, but we'll also be able to look at your team's data in the local AI. So all your team's data, all your team's information, all your racers' notes can be put into a tiny brain and be able to be used with Race Data 1 as well. And this will be coming in the future. Right now, Race Data 1 is $14.50. I'm limiting it to 10 teams right now so that we can manage the support since it's a fresh app. And if you're interested or have any questions, contact Justin at tinycabincoding.com or check out racedata1.us to download it, or contact me directly if you have any questions about how it works or anything. Now, this can be installed. I'm giving you Windows and Linux distributions for Ubuntu Linux. So once again, this can be installed on a dedicated laptop machine. Contact me and we can get it all set up. I hope everybody has a great day. And once again, drop any comments or questions below, and I'll talk to you later.